Hey, Erica.
Hey Fatima.
I love you. That's first of all. I first of all, for anybody that's watching this audio, I just want you, I mean this video. This is Erica Docimo. She is my acupuncturist, my guru, my Chinese medicine, like jamming on the one sister, and she helps to keep me on top of my game. Every puru needs a guru. And Erica is one of those people who really demonstrates to me, we work in the same office space, in the same building. We're building office mates. And she's always like cool and calm and collective. I don't know how the hell you do that, but I love the way you balance. You create a life work balance that is so incredibly graceful. And so I wanted to take a moment to talk about that, because a lot of what, I encourage my clients to do and what you encourage your clients to do is all about self-care and maintaining a sense of balance in that process. So, I mean, like, you're a mom, you are an entrepreneur, businesswoman, you are a badass with a life outside of being a mom and an entrepreneur. How do what's the connection for you? How do you create that balance? And do you find that creating the balance shows up in the overall ability to be more successful in your business because you've taken the time to be balanced and to care for yourself? I mean, because you're like one of the most self-caring people I know.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I have a lot of help. I have a puru as well, named Fatima, and I have a lot of wonderful caretakers in my circle. So we all have to take care of each other, and we have to take care of ourselves. And I think my number one method is to simplify anywhere that I can simplify. So if I don't have to go get my hair done, and I don't need to go out to do certain classes, and I don't need to go add anything in that's going to cause stress in my day to day, then I don't do it.
Got it.
So that's my secret, and it's not going to work for everybody, but everybody can find what their secret is. So for me, it's do it yourself kind of attitude, and I tell my patients that if they can't find time to exercise and get their blood moving, and the way that that affects your nervous system, if they can't find a time to get all those positive effects, then they're not probably being creative enough, and they can do squats while they brush their teeth. Your little things, just to show yourself that you're taking care of yourself, if nothing else. Just to say, I'm going to find a way to take care of myself. Even if I have to take care of, kids and patients and my boss or whoever it may be, my parents, you have to find time to take care of yourself.
Wow. And you demonstrate that with such grace, Erica. You really, really do. Like, I watch you in the office, and we have a kitchen at our office, and Erica brings food every day. She cooks. The whole space is just smelling like home in there. Whereas a lot of us, we don't even, and I watch you, like, you take the time to make your food and to actually sit down in silence and eat your food. And what I'm learning that I recently learned through this there's a book that I'm reading called the Slow Down Diet, and it literally talks about the effects of what your nervous system is doing when you are eating and multitasking. Your nervous system doesn't know the difference between, and you can correct me if I'm wrong because you know a little bit more about this than I do, but it says that your nervous system doesn't really know the difference between, oh my goodness, I'm being chased by a cheetah and he's about to eat me alive, versus, let me make this phone call while I'm eating. Let me get on the computer, send these emails out. Oh shoot, I forgot to put a stamp on that envelope so that I can, like, your body doesn't know the difference. All your body knows is that it is under distress and there's a fight or flight symptomology that's starting to present itself. And that affects your body's ability to digest food, which affects your body's ability to metabolize food, which affects your body's ability to have energy, because the energy is being used to keep you from being killed by the cheetah, right?
Right. That's really interesting. I haven't heard, and it makes perfect sense, but I haven't heard that specific um, metaphor for how your nervous system's responding to it. In Chinese nutrition, it's stressed very much that you don't do anything but eat when you eat. You can have
Mm.
a pleasant conversation, but you don't even need to think about your to-do list. You don't need to watch TV. You don't need to do anything cerebral or stressful or physically active when you're eating, because that takes your energy and pulls some of it away from digesting and puts it up into your head to process what you're seeing on TV or what you're reading in your book. And you need as much as you can right there digesting, because kind of what you were saying, you have to assimilate all of that. You have to heat up the cold food if you're eating raw foods. You have to break everything down. It's a huge job for your body, and you have to turn it into blood, and you have to turn it into, body fluids, and deal with the waste and deal with everything.
And
And you want everything. You want all your resources doing that.
do you think that this may have a huge impact on why people are feeling so tired? Because it seems like more and more people are suffering from like feeling fatigue and suffering from like a sense of lethargy. Um, it seems like there's a connection there to me, because if your body is thinking that you're doing something other than digesting food, not only do you not get the energy that your body needs from that food, but that food kind of sits and becomes a little bit stagnant as a result of making the choice between either I'm digesting or I'm helping this person create the energy to do these tasks. Yeah?
Yeah, I think it's so many things. It's everything from people dipping into their sleep hours to make up for work or,
Mm.
whatever else it is. It's not digesting properly, not eating properly. It's hard to do everything, but you have to prioritize. So if you aren't getting enough sleep, top priority. If you are getting enough sleep, but you aren't eating very healthy foods, that's my favorite form of medicine. From all the schooling and everything else that we go through as
Mm.
practitioners, still my favorite form of medicine, what I think is probably ultimately the best prevention and treatment, is just a really healthy diet, eaten in a healthy way,
Mm.
getting good sleep, just a good lifestyle that keeps things where they need to be, so we're not always chasing our symptoms
Mhm.
because we are in a cycle of doing things that create imbalance in the body. It's
Um,
hard, but it can be done.
well, and I think I'm so grateful that I have you there in the office, that I can actually, when I'm in my moments of mania, because I get like super ambitious with all my projects, and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. And then I look over and you're just so in your little Zen place. And I'm like, Fatima, really? Why are you tripping? And it just is a constant reminder to be kind to myself and to exercise extreme self-care by any means necessary. Um, I admire that about you. How is it that you're able? Okay, so you're a mama. You have, how old is Lola? You have a daughter.
She's 10, 10
You
and a
have
half.
so you have a 10 and a half year old daughter, and I've watched you um, since she was about 5 years old, just navigate this whole charting the waters of motherhood. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you make the time to do all of that. And I guess, the fact that you mentioned it takes a village or whatever, I guess asking for help is probably paramount, instead of, embracing this, putting the big S on our shirts and being like superwoman syndrome. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. We only have so many resources, so you can burn yourself out or you can tap into external resources. And I'm doing the same thing everybody's doing as a parent. I'm just figuring it out as I go. And, I had someone come and babysit her last night, and she woke up this morning telling me all about nuclear fusion and electrons and covalent bonds and stuff that she wouldn't have gotten from me that evening. So
Right,
she's stimulated in a different way because she has different people in her life.
right.
And so it's not superwoman syndrome. It's just day by day and figuring it out. And I've got one little girl to take care of, and some people have four, five, six to take care of.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
it's possible, and I don't know what it's like to have more than one. So
Well, and you're a single mom, which I mean, that's an honorable mention. You're a single mom and you're doing it. So that just goes to show that, if we prioritize and we set realistic expectations and boundaries for ourselves during the day, that we really can have a sense of balance and grace and ease as we, wear all of those different titles in our lives. I have a question for you, and this is a little bit shying away from this particular topic, but since you are my acupuncturist, and we often do tag teaming of clients as it relates to your work with acupuncture and my work with poop and digestion, I find that the two really go so greatly together, hand in hand. Can you give a little bit of insight in terms of, like, from a Chinese medicine perspective? There's something that you've been teaching me about, like dampness and digestion, as well as the qi and the heat, and just talk to me about like digestion. Pretend we've never had a conversation, and I need to know what I need to know to get my stuff together. Because I think clients, one thing I realize, there's a lot of clients that come to me who are suffering from so much stuff as it relates to, candida, or, digestive distress, constipation, backache, bowel problems, skin issues. And a lot of it I'm starting to find has a lot to do with the self-care. If you're walking around constantly crazy all the time, and your body is not digesting and breaking down your food, and you're not having good eliminations, it starts to show up in all of those other ways. Your skin starts breaking out and having the bowel movement that your butt won't. You start feeling all of this lack of energy because of all this waste that your body's holding on to. And I've learned so much through our work together, with just being your patient, having you as a client, and then just being your friend as well. But there's so much more to learn, and I'm fascinated by the Chinese medicine perspective of it all.
Well, I've gained a lot working with you, by the way. So we've kind of just flipped mirrors on each other. Everything is tailored in Chinese medicine to each individual patient. So some patients will come in and they have all this heat going on, and that's really attacking that digestive function, and they're having acid reflux, and they've got hypertension and all kinds of things. So for each patient, there's going to be a slightly different approach. But in general, if we can just, like I was saying before, really pay attention to what we're putting in our bodies. Because for most people, the motivation for food is to not be hungry, to have social interaction, pleasure, and the taste. You're chasing a taste that you had as a child, or a taste that you associate with being happy. And those are good things. Those are positive things. But you have to have everything in moderation. So if you have to kind of adopt, at least 75% of the time, eat to live versus live to eat.
Right.
So you have to think of food as fuel and then pleasure. For some people, that's really disappointing news, to have to shift paradigms like that.
Yeah.
But ultimately, more people die from obesity and overabundance of food than from starvation. So we need to stop and just kind of think about what we're doing to ourselves, and all the extra money we're putting out in healthcare because of just going hog wild on whatever feels good at the time.
Erica,
so a little bit of discipline.
I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I thank you so much for just taking a moment just out of your day to share your insights with me. I'm not going to keep you long because I know you got a life, and it's all about balance. So we're not going to work a whole lot today. We're going to take the rest are you off today?
I'm off today.
Oh, good.
So I'll be doing research at home and mopping floors today.
Awesome. Well, I'm about to be off, and I'm going to take off and let you off the hook. But I love you so much, and I thank you so much for sharing your amazing wisdom and your expertise with the Holistic Life community. How can people find you? What's your website?
I'm at mindandbodyacupuncture.com.
Cool beans. That means book an appointment with her, because she is the bomb. She's awesome if you're in the LA area. How about that? And if you're not in the LA area, get a consultation by phone. Done and done. Okay, I got like 15 seconds left on this video. I love you. Have an awesome day, and I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Fatima. Have a good day.
All righty.
Bye.